Okay, this is the last little bit of the study guide here that we've got to go through. So we need to, I think we left off on, yeah, we got that one done. So we need to solve the equation. So this is the newer stuff that we've been working on. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get rid of the square root, I need to square both sides. And remember, on this side, we need to square that binomial together, okay? So that means the square and the square root cancel, so I get x plus 14. And then over here, what it means to do is x plus 2 times x plus 2, so I have to FOIL. So x times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x, and I have 2 of those, so when I add them together for the middle, I get 4x. And 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going to move the x, and I'm going to move the 14 over to solve it, because I've got a quadratic, and it has to be equal to 0. So 0 equals x squared. I'm going to subtract the x, so I get 4x minus x is 3x. And then I'm going to subtract the 14. 4 minus 14 is negative 10. I've got a quadratic, so I need to go ahead and I need to try to do a magic x. So I need two numbers that multiply to negative 10, maybe, negative 10, and add to 3. And that would be 5 and negative 2. So I've got, 0 equals x plus 5 times x minus 2. We're going to do zero product property and set them both equal to 0. And we've got x equal to, I subtract 5, negative 5, and x equal to 2. But I do need to check to see if any of them make that extraneous. And if I notice in here, when I can't remember having a radical equal to a negative number. So when I put the negative 5 in, negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. So no matter what I get on this side, that would make this extraneous, so that cannot be a solution. When I put the 2 in, it looks like I've got 2 plus 4 is 16, square root of 16 is 4. I put the 2 in here, 2 plus 2 is 4, so it looks like the 2 is a good answer. So it's just A, not D. All right, on this one, we're going to simplify. We've got 625 and we've got the 1/4 power, so I can either think of that as the 4th root or to the 1/4 power, either way. I'm going to choose to try to find something that goes to the 4th power. So if I start thinking about that, if I've got 2 to the 4th is 16, 3 to the 4th is 81, 4 to the 4th, sorry, I need my calculator here. Let me pull that out really quick, just so we can make sure. Should just grab Desmos, huh? That might be faster. Let me get to Desmos. Okay, so 4 to the 4th is 256. Okay. Let me find my PowerPoint again. So 4 to the 4th is 256. All right, let's try 5 to the 4th. I'll go back to Desmos. So 5 to the 4th, there's your 625 that we were looking for. So we know that 5 to the 4th is 625. So I'm going to make that a 5, and then I know my 4's cancel, so my solution to this is just 5. We're going to write radical y to the 1/13th as a radical expression. Remember, whatever's in the bottom is at the root of the tree, so that's what's going to go in the index of our radical. So we've got the 13th root of y to the 1st, or just y, so it's got to be answer choice B. And we have to simplify this one. So again, to simplify, I am looking for something that I can raise to the 3rd power that equals 64. So if I think about my cubes, I know that 2 cubed equals 8, 3 cubed equals 27, and 4 cubed equals 64. So I know that this is the same as 4 cubed. My cubes can now cancel, and I need 4 to the 4th power, which we learned in the other slide there is 256. So it's got to be answer choice D. This is kind of a goofy problem, but we're going to go with it here. It at least gets some of the properties down. I know I've got to distribute this exponent in. So we've got a to the 4 times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. And then we've got b to the 8 over 2, because that's 8 halves. And then this thing here, it's 12th root of b to the 12th. Aren't those just going to cancel, and I'm just going to get another b? So we've got a to the 32nd. When I divide this out, I get b to the 4th, and I'm still multiplying times b to the 1st. We are multiplying and the bases the same. Remember, we add the exponents. So we get a to the 32, b to the 5th. So it's answer choice D. And then our last one here, we've got lots of things going on in this one, actually. So I'm going to start by looking at the insides and looking at the division on the insides. Remember, when we're dividing, we subtract our exponents. So I'm going to go a to the 3 minus the exponent of 1 that's on in the denominator there. And 3 minus 1 is 2, so I've got a squared over 4. The square root of a squared is a, and the square root of 4 is 2. So it's got to be answer choice A.